Okay, Monday evening, July 22nd, JP Short's short podcast edition of the Perkins Group podcast. Thank you guys for joining. I just got to start this off. Where is President Biden at? You saw the news a couple days ago. President Biden dropped out of the race officially. We have not physically seen him on TV in 5 days. I just saw on X a little bit ago, I was just scrolling through my phone looking at some of the political news of the day. And you notice that Kamala Harris, now that she's obviously been risen up to the presidential candidate for the Democratic Party and all these people are getting behind her and stuff like that, she does a press conference and they have Joe Biden on the phone. And if you actually go to X and look, you notice at one point she almost slips up and says recording. Obviously, then she changes it. She doesn't say the full word, but you can tell she's going to say recording. So what does that mean? Where is the president at? Now, you may not be the biggest fan of him, or you maybe are the biggest fan of him. It doesn't matter. Any president that steps down from running for re-election, which is something that literally never happens, he doesn't go on TV for 5 days. He's nowhere to be seen. And then you see all these reports. I saw this report that said that his brother said, enjoy the rest of your time while you still have it. What is going on? Is the president dead? I mean, that you truly have to ask that. This has by far the last 2 weeks been the wildest round of election things that I've ever seen throughout the course of my life. Now, I'm not even 30 years old yet, so I have not seen a lot of different elections. I thought 2020 was the craziest with the COVID pandemic. That was the big thing that obviously was a big point of contention with the last election. Well, now you have the former president and the Republican nominee. You have an assassination attempt against him. And a lot of people wonder if that's something that's been staged or it was a coup type of thing. And then the current sitting president, well, no one can find him. He just falls off the face of the earth the day after he resigns from running for re-election. A lot of coincidences, a lot of things that are adding up. This is just, I don't know what's going to come from this, right? Are we going to be sitting here a week from now and they're going to just say that Joe Biden has died from COVID? Now, obviously, the COVID thing, for the most part, has came and gone and passed. How can you say, if that's what the case ends up being, Joe Biden dies from COVID, when in 2021 they were pushing all of the vaccines? I know, absolutely wild times, guys. Those are just my quick thoughts on the last few days. You know, ultimately, like I said with these shorts, I wasn't going to talk so much politics. I was going to talk a little bit more business, but it's hard not to give you at least my opinions on my platform of all of this craziness that has happened in the last 2 weeks. And here's the other thing, guys. We're still 3.5 months away from Election Day. Do you guys have any idea what's going to happen in the next 3.5 months? Because I sure don't. The Democratic National Convention isn't for about a month. It's like the middle of August, I'm pretty sure. What's going to happen then? Has Kamala already locked up this nomination? Is RFK going to lock up a nomination? Like, is Hillary Clinton just going to swoop in out of the clouds and be a part of this? Some very unprecedented things. And I got a lot of questions. I ask a lot of questions. A lot of things that, where's Joe Biden at? Hey guys, if you're still listening up to this point, you guessed it. That's the end of the episode. If you have any questions, comments, future podcast recommendations, or even just want to leave a message, please check us out on Instagram at the Perkins Group LLC or on our website, www.perkinsgroup.llc. As always, we appreciate your support and please subscribe to the show on whichever platform you get your podcasts from.